Sora just released its text-to-video AI tool, and every AI coin underneath the sun is pumping 50%, 100%, even 200%. But I've identified the next ecosystem that is going to pop after AI, and I found 3 top coins within the Cardano ecosystem that is really going to piggyback off this narrative. Let's not waste any more time, everybody. I can look at this snail all day. This is hermit crab using incandescent light bulb as its shell, and that video just looks incredible. But if we go to AI coins here, AI coins under market cap, you can see huge pumps, 30%, 40%, 50%, even 80%. But I want to talk about this 70% coin right here, SingularityAGIX. We've talked about this coin for a long time. So if you loaded your bags when we were first talking to Ben Gertzel, the CEO, congratulations. Now might be the time to roll these profits into new coins in the Cardano ecosystem that's going to pump after AI. But what is going to pump after AI, everybody? I have the answer, and it's the DePIN category. Now, DePIN will lull you to sleep. It sounds very boring. Oh, decentralized physical infrastructure. Oh, I'm so excited. Don't get excited off that. Don't even think about the words DePIN. Just think storage, computing, communication. Storage, communications, computing. This is the infrastructure of DePIN. So when we think of storage, communications, and computing, folks, I have found the next coins that are going to flourish under this narrative. So when it comes to storage, communications, and computing, what are the best coins in Cardano, everybody? Where we go to Tap Tools to figure this out, and you can't help but see the huge pump under AGIX, just 55% pump in 7 days in relation to Cardano's. So this isn't fiat value pump. This is the pump compared to Cardano's token price here. And when you look at everything else just kind of bleeding against Cardano, the fact that AI coins are pumping 50%, makes me want to find the next coins that are going to pump potentially 50 cents against Cardano. So Singularity, not the best time to get in right now. I'll go ahead and say that. But let's look at the next plays we're going to look at that fits a DePIN. Remember, communications, storage, and compute. Well, the first one that comes up is communications, everybody. That is going to be World Mobile Telecom. And here you see it under the telecoms umbrella. And we check out their socials. They're pretty active. They have 50,000 followers, followed by over 100 people I follow. So I find that pretty bullish. But let me just highlight 2 items. Real quick, we have CoinMarketCap. They just put out a big tweet on DePIN. Hey, kind of maybe getting ahead of the pump here. And if we find there's not much Cardano native tokens here. We don't see much CNTs, but you do see one. Underneath mobile, you can see the World Mobile Token right there. So World Mobile Token kind of being, highlighted by CoinMarketCap. A lot of people are going to see this narrative. They love Cardano. Well, there's only one place to park your money if you love Cardano, and that's going to be World Mobile Token. Now, double check my eyeballs, the best eye. Yeah, I believe this is the only CNT that I'm seeing right here. All right, well, let's go down to the second thing I wanted to highlight, and that's a roadmap report that they just put out this week. So they just put out the roadmap for 2024, and a lot of things they moved to released here. You can see a multi-country network setup, a lot of stuff they're in public testing. One of the things I found pretty interesting here is telecommunications settlement. Also, private testing for iOS. People love their Apple phones. And then here, ready for development, MetaMask integration. Now, folks, I don't know what makes me more excited about this roadmap, just the items on the roadmap or the fact they actually have it in Trello, everybody. This looks a little bit more sophisticated. This is a lot better than random drawing that's punched up in the Discord that's like got some dudes surfing and, Q2, we're going to do this. Folks, this feels sophisticated. This feels very serious. Oh, very serious. World Mobile. That's good. That's what you want to see in crypto a lot of times. And some of these things are pretty big. None of them are bigger than what's under the release category. And release category just growing and growing and growing. So World Mobile Token, I do want to highlight a little bit overbought on the 1 week, potentially here. But when you go to the max chart, folks, zoom out, and then you don't really have much doubt that this thing can go higher. If we hit market cap, you can see, okay, it's not quite as impressive here. We're a lot more tokens were released here, so it's no longer going to be a 4.5x to hit some of these previous all-time highs. Going to be closer to like a 1.5x. World Mobile Token, already out. So you can see total supply, 2 million. So, folks, you don't have to worry about selling pressure. So there's an upside and there's a downside to this. So, the upside being no more tokens being dumped on you. But let me just highlight 2 quick things to make it feel a little bit bullish. And you look at Helium. Helium is another mobile play. Helium, if you look on the 1 year, oh, well, that's overbought. I wouldn't want to buy that. Then you look at this chart and you're like, okay, well, I can see a lot more pumps, and I wouldn't be surprised Helium holders roll their profits into other tokens. Also, one more thing I want to highlight. This is World Mobile Token and ADA price terms here, and this is the 12-hour chart. And folks, I'm not getting overbought vibes when I look at the 12-hour chart. If anything, I'm seeing a little bit of support and some higher lows potentially here. So at one point, each token was worth over half a Cardano, and right now we're under a third, a little bit more than a quarter of a Cardano, and we are even higher than that at one point. So in fiat terms, I've seen better entry points, but when it comes to in Cardano terms, you're not going to see a much better entry point than here. You could have got in at a quarter ADA price, and here we're coming in at a 0.29 ADA price, and we were trading as high as 0.7 ADA there. So that's a lot of upside here. So I keep an eye out on World Mobile Token. All right, coin number 2. It's still a top 5 coin, and the third coin is the smallest and riskiest, so you want to make sure you stick around for the third riskiest play here. But number 2 is a coin we've talked about before, IAG. So I just want to highlight just a couple things real quick. One, you look at all-time price chart, it feels a little overheated at the moment. You go to the 1 month, we're still seeing, okay, it's a little bit higher. But folks, when you look at the price in Cardano, then it feels like an accumulation zone, folks. And we're going to do a little bit of dubious TA just to highlight, there's still potential room here to grow. So if we go from the latest consolidation spot all the way to the top of the range, you'll see we get this little pennant, and we move this pennant over here. Well, what do you know, folks? It looks like, wow, catching from that bottom directly. I mean, you couldn't have pinpointed that any better there. And if it were to play out a second time, folks, it's looking pretty good. Right then, we're approaching half a Cardano per IAG token. And coming in at a quarter Cardano, that means you can double your ADA bag essentially here. So when you see the price chart, that's not the what you need to really be looking at. You need to be looking at the Cardano price here, the IAG Cardano trading pair. But I'm not the only one bullish. This is Crypto Crow 6 months ago. Let's just listen to him say one sentence about Iagon. So Crow, what do you think about Iagon?
And that's basically what I think. I think it has a lot of potential. I think we're going to see and start hearing more and more about Iagon over the near future. And I might actually go grab myself a few tokens just to be just to have some.
Okay, well, there you go. Crow himself, he bought a few tokens. This was 6 months ago, and a little bit better price point to get in 6 months ago, but I would still say keep an eye out on Iagon. Well, let me slide to the right. We're going to look at Iagon's socials real quick. Now, they are in Dubai doing some pitching right now. And I just want to imagine, you're this healthcare executive, this insurance company executive, this school record, or, some sort of any kind of dense paperwork type of industry here. This is going to be music to your ears. Compliance, standardization, legal labyrinths like HIPAA, which is a serious minefield if you're just trying to be compliant there. Data flows, a vast ocean of information is being stored securely and cost effectively. They're hitting all the right buttons here. Data harmonization, privacy, and then again, just compliance. I just love how they, they're basically leaning into what legacy corporations are going to need, and that is global compliance. You're very bullish on Iagon. Now for the third and final coin. It's the riskiest coin, everybody. We're going to talk about NuNet. Now, if you go here to tap tools, you can see it's a ways down there, everybody. It's just outside of the top 10, but top 10 has still got very strong projects. I'm a huge fan of every single project in the top 10. So why would I stop at number 11? Number 11, you can see it's had a little bit of a pump today. NTX. Folks, I'm trying to tell you, this might be the next ecosystem to pop. Not quite the 50% pumps we're seeing with these AI tokens, but in a sea of red, interesting seeing a little bit of green here. Now, NTX, why do I like NTX? One, folks, you're not getting in at a terrible price right now. It looks like, it's a little bit of support here around the 3 cents. It looks like it bounced off that pretty well. And then when you zoom out, okay, it was close to 20 cents at one point, so getting in at 4 cents. But when we hit market cap, it's still a little bit of a upside, I would say here, 30 million to 60 million. And then you realize, wait a minute, we're under a $30 million market cap. And then you look at the circulating supply, 60% of the tokens are out. I like what I'm seeing here. Then you look at the 12-hour chart on Cardano, and you realize this thing has a lot of room to run here, and really close to this level of support around this 0.7. So basically 14 NTXs make one Cardano. You go all the way up here, it was pretty close to about 5, and you go up here, you can see it was about 4. So, no stranger to, having a little bit higher ratio here. So seeing it at 0.07, how long it was hanging around the 0.2, 0.25 range. And just recently, it was, around the 0.14, doubling from this point there. So I see a little bit of upside for NuNet. Now, just do the brief strokes here. You can see they have a technical roadmap for 2024. I dug deep, okay? I went deep into the Medium article here, folks. And I'll just highlight 2 things and give you my price prediction, everybody. We go here, kind of scrolling around, seen a surge of interest from Web 2 companies looking to deploy pilot projects on their platform here. Also, the CEO is going to have an AMA this week, later on this week. So, you could check that out. Ask them the questions. You don't have a limited time to get those questions in. Where you scale ahead, you can see they got a pretty dense roadmap for Q1. And there's only 5 more weeks in Q1, so I expect a lot of things to be checked off. And, maybe 1 or 2 things gets moved over to Q2, still going to be very bullish. So we'll keep scrolling. Web 2 companies interested to deploy and use their decentralized infrastructure. They're interested in using their DePIN, but they're reluctant to enter crypto payments due to legal uncertainties in certain jurisdictions, aka America, aka EU. AKA the regulators are dragging their feet here. So what does that mean? Well, look here. This is a perfect solution. They've gamed this out, and Web 2 companies are going to flock once they see this here. Platform operates with the option to turn off or on the tokenomics layer for private deployments, giving you a serverless deployment environment. This is going to allow businesses to use their DePIN capabilities or distributed compute capabilities without the use of crypto micropayments. So this is going to be ideal for businesses that are unfamiliar with or unable to integrate cryptocurrency transactions into their operations. Think how many crypto companies, seem so exciting to these boring Web 2 companies. They say, I want to be in crypto. You got the stodgy CEO and the board saying, nope, can't do it. We don't have clarity. Well, this is a way to put your foot in the pool without saying you're crypto. So when you get any kind of, regime shift, maybe Gensler gets out, we get someone more favorable in, this is going to be a green light. So I can see a lot of companies leveraging the position of like, hey, I'm in crypto, but I'm not in crypto. So don't worry, regulators. Oh, it's good. Go ahead, flip the switch. NTX is going to give them the ability to flip the switch. Oh, you're not crypto, you're Web 2. Psh, hit the switch. Now you're Web 3. Now I said I'd give you a price prediction, everybody. I love, using the, I love looking at previous all-time highs, the first level of resistance here. But folks, I think I'd rather look in Cardano terms and then do a little moon math this way. You can see roughly it was hitting around quarter of a Cardano there. So to figure out how high NTX goes, you got to look how high can Cardano go. And I pulled up Cardano and NTX here. I think we can get back to the quarter Cardano range. And for Cardano, if we look at the weekly chart, I think we're going to hit past $3. I think we're going to hit around $5, $6 this bull run. That would roughly give you $1.25, $1.50 per NTX. So folks, that would be quite the pump from here. So right now you're looking at NTX 4 cents. I mean, you're looking at a 25, 30, 40, potential 40x here. Just be careful though. This is a hot narrative. So people are going to be looking to jump in and not really be a believer. And so they'll be looking to sell their tokens quickly. So, if you're in profit, I always recommend, put aside a little healthy profit. Then you got yourself a moon bag there. So I would keep an eye out on NTX. Folks, again, very small market cap, only $27 million. You compare that to Singularity. Singularity has about a 20x market cap. So a lot of upside with MTX. Also, we're big fans of Iagon, and Singularity's still going to do well. I think World Mobile Token might be the next one to pump, everybody. So keep an eye out on these altcoins. I know they're on my radar. Full disclosure, I'm a net buyer of all 3, but I also love Cardano too. So let us know, is there a Cardano altcoin that I'm missing or a favorite DePIN coin on a different chain that we must talk about, because we might do the same thing for Solana or potentially even Ethereum. So let us know down below. I'm DZ for Discover Crypto. We'll see you in your DePIN bags at the top.